Hey everyone, thank you for joining us today in this webinar. I'm Kritika and I'm a product marketer for Zoho landing page. I work on webinars, user education content, basically helping businesses create landing pages that drive better marketing results. If not yet used Zoho landing page, I just quickly explain what it is. So it is a easy to use landing page builder, which is designed for businesses of all sizes. So not every business has a dedicated designer or developer to build campaign pages or marketing landing pages. So especially small businesses. So Zoho landing page makes it easy to create professional landing pages for your marketing campaigns. So you can focus on growing your business instead of worrying about the technical side. So before we get started, I want to acknowledge something special. So this week, June 27 is recognized as MSME Day, the International Day for Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises. So it is a day that is dedicated to celebrating the businesses that power our communities. They are the ones that create jobs, drive innovation, and contribute to the economic growth of the world. So in many ways, small businesses are the backbone of the economy. So they create opportunities. They also help support local communities and also bring new ideas to the market. Yet often they're doing all of this with small teams, tighter budgets, and fewer resources than all the large organizations. So that is why I think today's topic is especially relevant and useful because growing a small business isn't just about working hard, because most small business owners are already doing that. It's about building processes that help you make the most of every opportunity. So whether you're running marketing campaigns, you're responding to customer inquiries, or following up with the prospects, every lead that enters your CRM matters. And that's exactly what today's webinar is about. So today, we look at how small businesses can capture leads more effectively using landing pages and organize those leads in one place and create a simple follow-up process that helps turn more prospects into customers using Zoho landing page and Bigin. By the end of today's session, you will see how these two tools can work together to create a streamlined journey from the moment that someone clicks on your campaign to the moment that the lead is converted into a deal in your sales pipeline. So this is exactly what this webinar is going to be about. So before we start, just a few housekeeping rules. So everyone is muted to keep things running smoothly. But please feel free to keep asking questions at any point in the webinar using the Q&A panel. We will get to them as and when we see them. And at the end of the webinar, we'll answer as many questions as possible. We'll have a Q&A session too. So that's about it. And then I'll just share something with you all. So now, speaking of small business owners, just tell me if this looks familiar to you. Does this calendar look relevant or familiar to you? Don't worry, this is not my calendar, because if it were, I'd probably need a vacation after this webinar. Because, but for many small businesses, business owners, this isn't far from reality. Because you start your morning thinking that today finally going to focus on marketing, but then a customer calls, and then an email needs your attention, and simultaneously a support request will also be coming in. Someone will be asking you for a quote, and then you'll remember that you have to already follow up with yesterday's leads. And before you know it, you're switching between marketing, sales, customer support, operations, admin, and all of that in the same timeline. And suddenly, before you even realize it, it'll be the end of the day and you'll be wondering where the day went. I'm sure that most of you will be able to highly relate to this. And that is why this webinar will be especially useful for you all. So let's try to make this a little more interactive than we do. So I'd love to know what's in the top of mind of everyone who's joining today. So I'm going to be launching a quick poll now. So what is the biggest challenge for your business right now? So go ahead and vote for the option that best reflects your mind now. Great, I can see the answers coming in already. Good to know. Interesting. I can already see that generating leads is not the biggest worry. And that's good to know because that's what we are going to be addressing here. Some people do need more leads, but most of them are struggling with follow up and keeping the leads organized. And that's exactly why we are having this conversation today. Because all of these problems are actually interconnected. So, what happens is one thing that I've learned working with small businesses is this. It's that small business owners are never doing just one job. So, one minute you're running marketing campaigns, you're responding to inquiries, you're handling customer conversations, you're also the one that's sending invoices. And if there is any problem in the operations, the day to day operations, you're also going to be solving that. And somewhere between all of that, you're also trying to grow the business. So, when a lead comes in, it's not always because you don't care that the follow up is getting delayed. It's because you're already busy doing 20 other things. And here's the reality also. So you're often competing against businesses with large teams and bigger budgets. Excuse me. And you don't also have the luxury of hiring specialists for every function. So efficiency becomes incredibly important. So because for a small business, every marketing dollar matters. Every lead is going to count, and you simply can't let an opportunity waste away. And when I strip away all this complexity and jargon, growing a business basically comes down to three simple things. That is, capture the lead, organize the lead, and follow up consistently. So that is really the basic of it. So today we are going to walk through how Zoho landing page and Bigin will help you do exactly that. So let us start with the first part of the process, which is to capture leads. So a quick question. I'm sure most of you already have websites for your business. And that's really great because a website is really important. And but what happens is businesses do discover that a website doesn't automatically mean that you're generating leads. So, a simple way to think about it is your website is going to say, here's everything that we have to offer, everything that my brand has to offer. But your landing page is saying, here's the one thing that I want you to do right now. So, websites are designed for exploration and landing pages are designed for action. So another thing that we hear quite often is, if I already have a website, do I really need a landing page? So the answer is not instead of a website. So you don't need a landing page instead of a website. You actually need a landing page alongside your website. So think of it this way. So your website and landing page have different jobs. So your website is where people go to learn about your business. It's like your digital storefront. So visitors can explore your products or services, read about your company, they can browse your resources, and it also helps build trust before they're ready to make a conversion or ready to make a purchase. A landing page, on the other hand, is built for a specific campaign or goal. So rather than asking your visitors to browse through your entire catalog, you can direct them to a dedicated page. So it will only highlight one product with a clear call to action. So don't think of it as a website versus landing page. Think of it as a website plus landing page. So your website helps people explore, and your landing page is going to help people take action. So when you're investing time or money into a marketing campaign, it's important to create a focused experience that can make all the difference in turning visitors into leads. And that's exactly what we want to do. So if you're running an ad campaign, you want every visitor who comes in to convert, right? That is the only way that you can maximize your revenue and your cost per click. So that's what we want to do here. And so I'll just quickly show an example of a business. So let's look at this example. So this is a website for a real estate business, and this website is doing exactly what a website should do. So it is showcasing the services, and it has all the trust signals. It's providing all the information that the user needs. There are a lot of navigation links. But imagine if you're running a LinkedIn ad promoting a free consultation, and someone clicks on that ad and they land here. So now what? Should they click on buy? Should they click on services? Or should they click on contact? Or should they click on about us and learn about your business? See, there are a lot of choices here, lots of buttons. And every additional choice is going to just offer more friction. It's creating friction to the customer. It's distracting the customer away from what they actually should be doing. So that is the reason why we say that websites don't actually help conversions. So there are lots of reasons why websites are not the best things to use when you want to convert your users. So one of the things that is that it's harder to measure which marketing campaigns are actually generating leads. So if all your campaigns are going to point to the same homepage, it becomes very difficult to understand which ad, email, or social media post is driving that conversion. One another thing is that campaign traffic, that suppose you're having an ad, you're targeted it to the right audience, and they land on your landing page. But what happens when they land on your page is that they'll just simply browse for a few minutes, they'll just explore your products or maybe go into another page, and then they'll leave without filling out the form or contacting your business. And you cannot expect every customer who walks in to find the form from the whole scroll through the entire website and find the form or find the product that they're looking for. And it's very natural for visitors to get distracted. You have a navigation menu, you have the pricing page, you have testimonials. They're all very valuable, don't get me wrong, they're all very valuable for your business, and they should have a place in your website. But they can also pull attention away from the action that you actually want your users to take. So the issue isn't that websites are ineffective. It's simply that they're not always optimized for a single campaign objective. So let us see what a landing page will look like for this business. So let me just show you this. So this is a landing page for the same business. So I want you to notice how focused it is. So there's no navigation, there are no distractions whatsoever, and no offer is competing with each other. So everything on this page is supporting one goal, that is to get the visitor to book a consultation. So if you remember only one thing from this today's webinar, let it be this. So that is one campaign, one message, and one action. So that is the formula behind creating high converting landing pages. So every element on the page should support the action that you want the visitor to take. So let's notice what is happening here. I'll just break down the landing page that we saw earlier using this formula. So you can see that the campaign is to make the user book a consultation. So we are promoting the consultation here. So the message, every other text or every other copy on this landing page is going to reinforce the value of that consultation. And that's exactly what you see here. And the call to action is making the next step very obvious. There is no confusion, there is no ambiguity on what the user should do. So, and nothing is competing for attention. So once the user sees the header and reads the text below that, and if he's convinced with you or convinced with your sales pitch, then he's going to go ahead and enter his name, email address, phone number, and book the consultation. And this is exactly why landing pages typically outperform general websites for campaigns. So now when people hear the term landing page, they often think that it's only for lead generation. While lead generation is certainly one of the most common use cases, landing pages can support many different business goals. So think about all the campaigns, marketing goals that you're having today for your business. So small businesses use landing pages in different scenarios every day. So maybe you're launching a new product and you want people to make a purchase. Even then you can use a landing page. So if suppose you're a service-based business and want potential customers to request a quote or get in touch, perhaps you can offer free consultations and need a simple way for prospects to book a call. In case you're hosting a webinar, a workshop, or a local event and want people to register for it, some businesses even use landing pages to offer like downloadable guides, resources, checklists. So this is called as a lead magnet. So you'll offer something in value for the user to enter their email address and get it. So this is also this is also a way to generate leads. So, So you can also use them to run seasonal promotions and limited time offers or any special discounts. We often see that businesses have landing pages built temporarily for seasonal offers like Thanksgiving sales or Christmas sales, some early bird offer that you want to give to your customers. So there are lots of use cases in which a landing page makes sense for your marketing strategy. And each of these campaigns is a specific objective, and every landing page is going to target only a specific audience too. But what is the thing that is uniting all of this is that it will ask the visitor to take one clear action. So there is no no more than one call to action on the landing page. So that is why landing pages work so well. So instead of sending visitors to a page that is your website where they have multiple options and distractions, you're guiding them towards an action that matters most for that campaign. So now let's imagine that one of these campaigns is live. So this is your typical user. So this is exactly the type of person that you're trying to reach. So she sees your Facebook ad, the message is interesting to her. So she clicks on your landing page. So she clicks on the ad and then she lands on your landing page and she fills out the form. The lead is submitted, you've captured a lead. But let us be honest here. Generating the lead is only half the battle because most businesses don't lose opportunities because they can't generate leads. Uh, it's because they don't have a consistent process for managing them. So you can think about Sarah. She saw your ad, she was interested enough to click. She took the time to fill out the form also. At that moment, she is raising her hand and saying, yes, I'd like to learn more about your business or about your product. But what happens next? For many small businesses, what happens is the lead is going to arrive in an inbox, and you'll be in the middle of some customer meeting and you'll be handling a support request or whatever, basically whatever a small business owner does, and you'll be focused on a dozen other tasks, and you'll tell yourself you'll follow up for this lead maybe in an hour or maybe even in a week, and then you'll see that before you know, the lead has gone cold. So the issue isn't timing. So its visibility is the big issue here. A lead gets buried in the inbox and nobody knows who's responsible for following up with it. There's no reminder, there's no tracking, no clear next step, and the opportunity is slowly beginning to disappear. Not because the lead wasn't interested or because your campaign didn't work, because your campaign worked perfectly and the lead arrived on your landing page, but because there wasn't a process in place to move that lead forward. Uh, the lead has gone cold and is no longer interested in your product or has considered another product. And that's exactly the problem that we are trying to solve today. Because capturing leads is important, but turning those leads into customers is where the real value comes from. So this is why the integration between Zoho landing page and Bigin becomes especially powerful here. So instead of manually copying information between systems, the process becomes very seamless. So a visitor submits a form, the lead is automatically captured, a record is created in Bigin, and now that lead is visible, organized, and ready for follow-up. So rather than speaking a lot about integrations and about the integration with Bigin, I'd like to show you in the product. I like to show you the same in the product. So let me just quickly scan my screen. So this is the Zoho landing page workspace. Before we build anything, let me quickly show you around. On the left, you will see that we have all the landing pages organized in one place. You can create, manage, duplicate, and track your landing pages right from here. And if you're just getting started, you don't have to actually build a page from scratch. We have a library of professionally designed templates for different businesses, goals, industries, etc. So let me just open the template gallery and quickly show you around that. So this is the template gallery. So you will find templates for product launches, service businesses, consultations, events, lead generation, real estate, education, healthcare, anything you name it, it will be available here. Please do browse through this template gallery, because the idea of creating a landing page should be very simple. So we don't want you to go build something from scratch, and you can use simply select a template that is closest to your campaign. You may not actually find one that is exactly suited to your business or marketing goal also, although there are a lot of templates, but you can find one that is closest to your campaign, and you can customize it with your own branding, content, and images. So this is going to save a lot of time. So especially for small businesses that don't have a dedicated design team, this is going to be very useful. So I'm just going to pick a template right now. Let me just pick this and let's give it a name. So this is the landing page builder. So everything that you see here is fully customizable. So you can simply click on the text, and edit the text, replace images. You can just click on the image and you'll be able to replace the image using the properties bar. And in case you want to insert a completely new section in this landing page, you can simply go to the insert menu. We have a lot of pre-built sections available here. One that is suited to your landing page, you can simply click on it and it will be inserted in the landing page. So it's very fairly simple to use the drag and drop builder, because this is especially useful for people who are not familiar with coding, who have not built websites. You can just simply drag and drop the sections and edit the content and images according to your brand. So you'll also notice that in this template, there is a form embedded in it. So you don't have to go ahead and create a form for that. We have most of our templates already have forms inbuilt in them. So it makes it easy to start collecting leads without any coding. So for today's example, I've added a simple consultation form. So this is where our integration with Bigin is going to come into play. So let's just take a look at how it works. Before we jump into the integration, let me quickly show you one of the things that I like most about this editor. So you can see the property bar for any element that you click on the landing page. So every element is completely customizable. For example, I've clicked on this text window, right? So I can change the typography, things like font size, font weight, color, etc. And one more thing that I have available here is I can also remove the background, apply shadows to make the elements stand out. These are all fairly basic. But if you're someone who likes a bit more control, or you'll also notice that we have options like custom CSS and JavaScript. So you'll be able to add your own code also here, and then you can customize the landing page according to your needs. And the nice part is also that you don't need to know any code to create a professional looking landing page. Most of this customization that is available here can be done with just a few clicks. So everything that you need to customize the landing page according to your brand is right available in this editor. So now that we've seen how easy it is to customize the landing page, I'll go back to the integration part. So let me just go back to the form now. And we'll click on the integrate button here. So here you can see that we have a lot of integrations available. We have a lot of Zoho integrations, and we have other third-party integrations as well. So if your business is already using a CRM or an email marketing tool, and you'd like to add Zoho landing page to the marketing stack, and you can see how seamless the leads will flow from Zoho landing page to your existing marketing tools, you can check out the integrations that we have available here. So we have a lot of integrations available. And for this purpose, for the purpose of this webinar, I'm going to be sticking to Bigin. So let me just go ahead and click on Bigin here. So I've already integrated the Bigin account with the Zoho landing page account. So the account is instantly available here. So I'll just go and select the account and the portal. I've already created a tag too, so it will be available here, or you can skip this step if you'd like. So this is the most important part of integrations. So what is field mapping? So field mapping is basically telling Zoho landing page exactly where each piece of information should go inside Bigin. For example, when a visitor enters their name, email address, and phone number, or company name on your landing page, we can map those fields to their corresponding fields in Begin. So this means that every time someone is submitting the form, the information is automatically added to a right place. There's no copy pasting or any manual data entry here. So this integration goes beyond just contact information. So let me just quickly map the form fields here. So I'm going to map the name field to the name here. And then let me just select the email field and map it to the email field in the landing page form. So you also have the option of tracking marketing source. You can think about it this way. So it's great to know who your lead is, but it's also equally valuable to know how they found you. So was this person responding to a Google ad, or did they click on a Facebook campaign? Did they come from your email newsletter, or perhaps from a LinkedIn post? So by capturing UTM parameters such as source, the medium, campaign, or the content that you used, you bring that context into Begin along with the lead. So instead of just seeing like John Smith, your sales team can also see that this John came from a summer promotion Google ad campaign. So that kind of context will be really valuable for your sales team. So if you're running a Google Ads campaign, you can also capture the Google Click ID. So this will help you connect ad clicks with actual leads. So it will make it very easy to measure which campaigns are actually driving the real business outcomes. So let's just go ahead and click on track marketing source. So here I'll just click on Google Click ID. And here I'll be able to map it with the corresponding field in Zoho Begin. So the information will be available. So one another thing that we have here is updating and inserting duplicate records, because that is also an important part of maintaining your CRM, because you don't want to have any errorful information. You want your CRM database to be up to date. So that is where this will be useful. So you by toggling this on, you'll be able to eliminate duplicates instantly instead of overwriting the existing records manually. So this is what you can do here. So let me just click on continue. So this is another important part, which is lead enrichment. So lead enrichment is all about giving your sales team more context before they even make that first call. So instead of just seeing a name and an email address, you can actually enrich the lead with additional information like company details or other available business insights. So your team will have a more complete picture of the prospect, and it will also help them have more personalized conversations with them. So even when they are reaching out for the first time, if the salesperson has an idea of what kind of a business the person or the prospect is running, they'll be able to have a more personalized conversation, and it will also help further the business deal. So by the time the lead reaches Begin, you're not just capturing the contact details, you're also capturing the story behind that lead. So who they are, where they came from, which campaign influenced them, and any additional context that helps your team follow up more effectively. So this is the real value of an integration. So it helps both your sales and marketing teams work from the same set of information. So there is no discrepancy, there is no disconnect between the sales and marketing teams. So let me just go ahead and enrich the lead with some basic available detail. So I'm going to map the org name to the company field in Begin, so that if that data is available, the lead will be enriched with that information. So let me just go ahead and click on continue. So the integration is now successful. So let me just go ahead and publish the page and see how the integration works in real time. So the page has been published. Let's just open the page. So we'll just submit a dummy entry here and see if the lead is instantly available in Zoom Begin. So I've submitted the lead. I'll go into my Begin portal now. I'll just quickly refresh this page. As you can see, the lead is instantly available in Zoho CRM. So the moment a visitor fills out your landing page, there's no need to manually export the data from your landing page, Zoho landing page to Bigin. It will be instantly passed to your Bigin leads module. So this is exactly what we're trying to achieve with Bigin and Zoho landing page. So the moment a visitor fills out your landing page form, it's instantly available in Bigin. And it is also available with all the information that you've chosen to capture, from their contact detail to the campaign attribution and even the lead context. So this is basically where Zoho landing page's role ends. So we've successfully captured the lead and hand it over to the sales process. Now the question becomes, what happens next? So how do you organize these leads, and how do you prioritize follow-ups? How do you make sure that the opportunities don't slip through the cracks? So this is exactly where Bigin comes in. To show you how you can manage the leads, track them through your sales pipeline and convert them, I'd like to hand it over to Farah, my colleague from Zoho Bigin. Over to you, Farah.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's session. My name is Farah and I'm a product marketer with Bigin. I hope all of you are able to hear me. I'm going to quickly share my screen. If you're able to see my screen, quickly give me a thumbs up. Okay, great. So thank you so much, Kritika, for giving us, a demo on how landing pages work. Now that we've seen how easy it is to create a landing page and capture inquiries, let's see what happens when someone fills in the form, because generating leads is only half the journey. The real challenge is when you have to manage those leads, follow up with them at the right time, and convert them into customers. Since Kritika showed us a use case of a consulting company, I want to show you a different use case of a gifting company that uses Bigin. So this is Ace Gifting Company. It caters to B2B and B2C customers as well. Whether it's onboarding kits for employees, festive hampers for clients, wedding favors, or even personalized gift boxes, every order at Ace Gifting follows a journey. We talk to new prospects, we prepare quotations, we coordinate the deliveries, we track the orders and give an update to the customer. So all of this is managed through, if it is managed through spreadsheets and emails, things can quickly become overwhelming, right? Because imagine multiple people handling multiple sheets. There won't be any proper coordination between your teams, and this is exactly how Bigin comes in and rescues. So the first thing that you will notice here on my screen is the pipeline centric approach that Bigin has. Unlike traditional CRMs that actually throw everything onto one screen, or traditional CRMs say that CRM is only for a sales team, which is not true. Bigin organizes your business into pipelines that reflect your actual process. For Ace Gifting, I have created 4 team pipelines. In the sales pipeline, if you see, there are stages like qualification, need analysis, proposal, negotiation, closed one, all the way through closed loss. Whereas an accounting pipeline will have, stages like invoice shared, accepted, invoice rejected, hold, closed one, and lost. Whereas a logistics team will have different pipelines like packaging, dispatch, delivery tracking, and so on. And lastly, the customer feedback team can have stages like testimonial from customer, product feedback. If you want to pitch customer for an upcoming sale, you can have those leads as well. And if you want them to give a repeat business for you, you can also track that in the customer feedback pipeline. So next we'll see the contacts module in Bigin. This is where Ace Gifting stores contact information of every client, whereas the companies module helps the company, which is Ace Gifting, to store information about corporate clients if they deal with corporate orders. Next comes our products module. This is where at Ace Gifting, we've stored the products that we sell along with the product code, the status of the product and product owner. Now coming to the activities module, this is where day-to-day task is organized, like day-to-day work is organized. You can see all the completed tasks by simply checking the status. If it is closed, you can click on closed activities. You can click on open activities by filtering it down. So in case you talk to a customer and customer wants you to give him a follow-up call after a week, you can simply click here this plus icon and create a task or an event or a call. If the customer wants a call after a month, you can simply click on the next month's details and you can add an activity here. So this is what activities does. You can also see all the tasks here, all the events and calls as well of your organization. Let's open dashboards now. This is where you can instantly understand how your business is performing. You can monitor all the contacts created in a month, how many deals have been won in a particular month, how many deals are open by stage-wise data you'll be able to see here. So you can simply create a component and you can add that to your dashboard. Now let's see how inquiries enter into Bigin. And since we are covering the integration with landing pages, let me show you how you can create a Bigin form and embed that into a landing page. We saw how you can embed a native form in the landing page, right? Now I will show you how to embed a Bigin form. You can simply click on settings. On the left panel, you will be able to see forms. So there are two types of forms in Bigin. One is a contact form. This is used when you simply want to create a contact record where whenever someone submits their information with their name, email ID, mobile number, this can be helpful when you want to send out newsletters or if they have any general inquiries. A pipeline form, on the other hand, creates a deal directly inside a selected pipeline. When you click on create a pipeline, it will show you all the pipelines that you have in your Bigin account. And when you create this form and somebody enters the form, it will directly land into your pipeline. So let me show you the form that I've already created for the sales pipeline. This is a order form that I have created for Ace Gifting. As you can see, you can update your company logo here in the form. Next, you can simply drag and drop the field from the left panel to the center of the screen to create the field here in the form. So this is a simple form that I want to embed in the landing page. First name, email ID, mobile number, time to purchase. This is the field that I have in my Bigin account. Would you like a callback from sales? And if you want to show Bigin branding, you can click on this. If you don't want to show, you can simply turn it off. Now go to, so we have a background option to create a background image or select a background image. You can also upload that from your system. I have a background image of this image. I'll click on next. Now here, you can assign an owner for the form. This means that every time there is an inquiry, it will get assigned to this particular agent in your organization. If you want to notify the owner via an email, you can click on notify owner. So this is the pipeline and the stage. So I want the form entry to land in my qualification stage because it is an order form. And like Kritika mentioned, tag is where it helps you to understand where this submission has come from. So the tag that I will give is landing page because I'm going to embed this form in the landing page. So this is where you can handle duplicate entries in your form submissions, and you can choose a thank you message that your clients and prospects can see once they hit submit. Now I'll click on save and next. So this is where you'll see the options to share your forms. First one is by copying the link. You can choose copy link and share it on your social media channels, on through WhatsApp, through Facebook, through X as well. Simply copy the link and paste it on your status or your caption field. Next comes the QR code. You can simply download this QR code in case let's say you attend events, and you can have this QR code as at your booth. So anytime there is a prospect visiting your booth, you can ask them to simply scan the QR code, fill in the form, and this would get tagged to the sales pipeline in the qualification stage. And the last one is Bigin offers you the source code, the JavaScript, and the iframe as well. So now that we have created a form, let's go to Zoho landing page. Let me show you. So I have created a landing page for Ace Gifting Company. As you can see, these are the products that we offer, and there is no form here, right? So let me show you how you can integrate the form in the landing page. Go to edit page, and here you will have to add an element. And when you add an element, you can see forms from the left panel. Click on form, and here you will see all the available integrations. I'll click on begin forms, and here you will see the two types of forms. So I have not created a contact form, so I'll click on the pipeline form because this is what I need. As you can see, the form that we have created is available in the landing page. I'll simply click on add. And here the form appears in your landing page. Now I want to give a background image for this particular form because it looks very plain. So let me see how I can do that. I'll click on this. I'll go here, go to the background image, choose an image of your liking from your system. So this is the image that I want. Yeah, as you can see, this is the order form, and update the form here. Let's see how it appears in live. So this is the landing page that I showed you earlier, which did not have a form. And as you can see here, the form appears. Now, let me just give a name here. Jackson email at example.com. I'm just going to give a random number. Time to purchase. I want this information from the prospect. So I'm going to say immediate. Would you like a call back from sales? Yes. And I'm going to submit the form. Now let me go to Bigin's pipelines module. And as you can see here, Jackson has been captured from the landing page. From here, your sales team can talk to the customer and take the deal forward. So with the help of pipeline view, it is very easy to drag and drop the field from one stage to the other. In case your team has spoken to the customer and they are ready to send a quotation, they can simply drag and drop the field drag and drop the deal to the proposal stage. Now, I also want to show you how automations in Bigin work, because creating a lead is just half the story. The real magic is when automations come in place. Let me open this. And as you can see here, this deal was assigned to Farah, which is me. A pipeline, a task has been created automatically to Farah. I'll show you how this has happened. Go to the settings, go to automation, and here I have created 3 automations. So what happens is, every time a contact is created, I want to welcome email to go to the customer instead of me having to manually type the email. So to do that, what you have to do is click on workflow, give a workflow name. As you can see here, I have already given welcome email contacts. Create the choose the module. I just want the email to go to the contacts module. I'll click on next, and this is the 3-step easy workflow rule that we have in Bigin. You choose a trigger, then you choose a condition, which is that is the criteria when you want this trigger to take place, and lastly the action. So the trigger is when a record is created, I want all the contacts to get a welcome email. So the action would be send email. The email name will be welcome to ACE gifting. Choose the email recipient. So I will simply give it as contact field owner. And I'll choose the template. So you can create templates in Bigin for your emails. So once I do that and hit save, the automation is created. Let me show you how this works. I'll go to contacts. I'll add a new contact as Kelly G, email ID kelly@example.com, and I will hit save. And as you can see here, email sent by workflow, welcome email. So this has been sent to the customer automatically. So to do this, first you need to integrate your email account with Bigin. Let me talk to you about the channels of communication with your prospects and customers. So you have email, where you need to integrate your email account. This is where you can create templates, email templates that you want inside Bigin. You can choose the module for these templates to appear. Next, we have email sharing. If you want to, this will give you the user details which are in your Bigin account. So you can choose how you want to share your email and email templates. Then you have email insights. This will give you insights on if a customer has opened your email, or if the email has been bounced, or if the customer did not open the email, if they've clicked on the CTA that you've provided. All of this can be checked from insights. This is the insights that I was talking about. So next we have messages module. This is where you can connect your Bigin account with a WhatsApp business account to send and receive messages to your customers, to respond to customer queries from WhatsApp. To do that, you can integrate your WhatsApp business account with Bigin. Bigin also offers telephony, which means that your team can make and receive calls inside your Bigin account, and all the call details would be appearing here. You can log the call. All the call recordings that your team makes with the customers will also be available in this module. Next comes social media. You can link in your social media accounts to pull in leads from, say, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and so much more. Last is the signals. You can choose what are the signals that you want to appear in this particular module, which is signals. Okay. So next, I want to touch upon the AI capabilities that Bigin has to offer. We have three agents, which is email and assistant, which will help you to automatically respond to your customer inquiries without needing a human intervention. If you want human intervention, you can simply ask the email and assistant to draft the email and not to send it to the customer. A human can check the email and then hit send. Next comes the churn analyzer. It identifies customers who didn't reach the closed one stage. Instead, they were lost due to some reason. Based on their previous interactions with the customer, the churn analyzer will give you insights on why a particular deal has been lost. And lastly, cross sell genie. So cross sell genie will um analyze the purchases of your customers, and it would send them an email recommendation of other products that are available in your company based on the products that you upload in the products module. So based on this, you will be able to based on this, your AI will be able to help you with cross selling opportunities. Yeah. So with that, I've come to the end of Bigin's demo. Whether you are using a landing page or you have your own website or any other lead capture source, Bigin integrates effortlessly to ensure every lead inquiry flows into your CRM. So instead of manually transferring data between tools, your entire lead journey stays connected. So now we're open to questions.
Thank you, Farah. That has been really insightful. You've really packed a lot of information in your session. I'm sure that our users will also find it insightful, especially about how interconnected all the processes have to be to keep the conversation going. I think that it should be very useful for small businesses. We do have a question right now in the chat.
Okay, so we have a Q&A box right next to chat. You can see the Q&A, so you can start posting your queries there and we'll get back to you. There's a question from Sachin Sharma. I want to conduct online meditation classes. I wanted to create pages to get customer register for class and pay. Will it directly create invoice, and how? How payment from Razorpay can be accepted? Okay, I think the first part Kritika has responded. You will be able to create a landing page, and with the help of either native forms of landing page or Bigin form, you can bring in the lead to your Bigin account, and from there, Bigin has an integration with Zoho Books. Or if you are using any other accounting tool, you can see if it integrates with Bigin. So from your Bigin account, you'll be able to create an invoice and send it to the customer. And we also have a feature called payment links inside Bigin, which you can use to integrate with Razorpay to collect payments from your customers.
Thanks, Farah. We have a question about SEO features of landing pages. Hi, Alexin. We actually have something called as SEO Insights, which analyzes the SEO potential of every landing page that you build. And it actually offers a checklist of actionable steps which you can do to increase the SEO value of your landing page. So I'll just drop in the help document for that. You can check it out.
So Bigin has a direct integration with Zoho Invoice. If you are already using Zoho Invoice, you can connect that with Bigin. There's a message which states, could you demonstrate these options, please? I'm not able to understand the question. Can you be a little more specific about what you want us to demonstrate?
Actually, Farah, that question actually came in when you were explaining the AI assistants. at the last part.
Okay, okay. So I think we don't have enough time to demonstrate that, but we recently, last week, had a webinar on the AI features that Bigin provides. I can maybe drop that recording in your chat so that you can go ahead and watch the recording. Let me quickly get the recording for you.
I believe Raghu has already sent the recording.
Okay, great. Thanks, Raghu.
There is a question on whether they'll be able to connect Slack with Bigin.
Do you want to take it up? So there is, I don't think there is an integration with Slack directly, but you can integrate Bigin with Zoho Flow and Slack together. Okay, I think Raghu has also answered that. Does Bigin come with my Zoho One subscription? Yes, Bigin is part of Zoho One. Do we have any more questions? Anything about the integration that you weren't, that wasn't very clear?
We'll wait a few more minutes for if to see if there are any more questions.
Okay.
But if you happen to have any questions after the session, you can always reach to support@zolandingpage.com or support@begin.com, and we'll always be able to help you out whatever you're trying to achieve using Begin and Zoho landing page.
Yeah. I would also like to share uh, the link to our recorded webinars in case you want to try out the product, and if you have any questions regarding any of the integrations, you can simply go to the recording and you can clarify your doubts there, or if you want to still talk to our team, you can drop an email to support@bigin.com.
As for the recording of this webinar, we'll be uploading it soon to our webinars page. So I'll also drop the link for that. Please keep an eye on it to register for upcoming webinars and to see the recording of this webinar.
If I have Zoho One, I can do all this with Zoho One and don't have to use Begin question mark. Okay, what I meant was Begin is a part of Zoho One. So you will have to open Begin, and if you want to use landing page and Begin, you'll have to follow the steps which we mentioned today and you can use it. You don't have to subscribe separately for a Begin account. Okay, I think we've answered almost all the questions that we got.
So before we wrap up, so if you're wondering whether Zoho landing page is the right fit for your business, or if you're not still clear of its capabilities, you can also always book a personalized demo with our team. So we'll walk you through the product and answer any questions you have about the capabilities and how it can help your business. Or if you'd like to explore it on your own first, you can always start with our free plan. You can see what Zoho landing page has to offer, and then see how it's useful for your business. So I'll drop the links for both the demo booking and the pricing page sheet right now. If there aren't any more questions, we can wind up, I guess, Farah. So if you'd like to give like a wrap up something.
Yeah, sure. I hope today's session proves to be helpful for your business. If you are not using landing page, or if you don't have a website, I would highly recommend you to start with a landing page. And if you are not using a CRM, or if you're just using Excel, you can always explore Bigin's free trial and see if it works for you. We also have a free plan, a lifetime free plan with limited features. So you can try using it and see if it's the best fit for your business. And yeah, we hope that you grow along with our products. So thank you so much for joining today's session.
Exactly. Thank you so much all for joining us. We hope to see you again soon in another useful webinar. And once again, I'd like to wish all the entrepreneurs and small business owners that have joined today a very happy MSME day this week. Have a great, wonderful day.